Brock and I were. Yep. This was the 6 mile mark. We had caution tape and us two pointing that way in case somebody tried to overshoot and head to searchlight. Yeah. This area back in here is pretty cool. When you're going up over the hills, connecting these washes is when it's fun. To me, all the hard pack going around. Some of it pretty technical, some of it not so bad. That one spot I got stuck in, the big old tree root, gone. It was just kind of sticking out on the trail a little bit. That was a big old tree right across the, and I hit it and just spun out and just, fuck. And I could not get up and over it to get up over that hill.
Probably got ripped out.
Oh yeah, yeah, I could see it's all gone. There's a piece like that was all there. And I went right on around it and then the rig of the trail. I'm making it up the stuff that caused me to have to do things different, because from here I went backwards at the end of the race. Went back the way we, except for where that wash is, I went out to the road and it comes in. We were on a little piece of it. I missed my turn going back. I went on that berm and went up into those whoop-de-doos. I was like, wait a second, I'm looking down at this thing. The dots are going the other way. This is wrong. And I turned around, it was almost dark. And from what I understand, when I got back, Brock had already gone around the other 7 miles and made it over the top of the hill and was at camp and went back out, because the guys that came through and told us to go, that he rode with, one of them blew up and the other guy stayed with him. So I was amazed. He made it back on that. Yeah. There's Brock's burnout. He came in and then he buried the bike to sit on it. That was his chair. I was right there. We didn't bring munchies with us. That was stupid. Oh well.
So that hill Dennis was talking about, that's coming up, right? The one that he had to help people.
Pardon?
The one that he had to help people on?
Yep, that's near the end.
Dennis was saying how horrible and horrifying it was.
It's not bad now. Yes, it's technical, but we've already been through some things that are probably equal to some of the stones you're going to bounce on. And there's just one spot that, without that spot in there of stone, you'd be just kind of like bebopping away up through this thing, slow but sure. But this thing has too much all in one spot, so if you try and go up over one, you hit the other and it bounces you off, then you hit another and bounce you off. You can't keep your line very well. And then you have to pull the clutch in, then you're done. You lose all that momentum, and that I've learned. I can go down hills, I have to, because this thing locks up, this thing locks up. I don't want to lose my lines, and I got to go to work tomorrow. So I'm like cautious as a tortoise going on a downward slope. Once I see where I can pick my line and I can go, hill climbing is one of my most fun and enjoyable things. I don't fuck up too often on a hill climb. I usually get right up. It's coming down that sucks. And you can see it in how I ride. I'm like, and you take the stones out and leave it just packed dirt, I'll fly down the hill. But I don't want to go over the bars doing like a second gear approach to that hill, or even a high-speed first gear approach. If the front tire does a maneuver and I go over the bars, I'm probably not going to be working for 6 weeks, and that ain't what I want. So I have a whole different approach to how I ride now. Different than I used to be. You know, I watch these other guys just fucking rip down those hills. Like, yeah, fine. I don't care. I'll be last in the old timers class once I enter one of these, but I don't care. It'll be fun just to ride it. What am I doing? I bought one of these for a reason. So I could watch my bike tip over. Wow. That really sunk in. I didn't think that would happen. That's not so bad. I'm sweating now. Are you? Old fat guys sweat a lot. Oops. Maybe you're hearing your plate. That thing's really hanging down. I saw on, it's either Dennis Kirk or Motorcycle Superstore, maybe. They sell the clamp and the bolts separate. But they look like a clamp that would go around a round bar, not a square bar. But you know what? You could make one. You could just pound a piece of metal into a shape of a Z, and it would hold it. Wouldn't take much to fix that thing. Do you? Probably catching it from down there. I don't think it's this one. Maybe it's the next wash over. One of them we get down in a little ways and you'll see straight down there searchlight. I don't think it's here. Keep thinking, you know, keep looking down. They say near searchlight is where they find all the gold. Well, it could start here and work its way down. And it's in the washes. Rainwater washes things down, and you'll start seeing flake and little nuggets. Fuck yeah. The guy at Molycorp showed me his pictures. He's part of like the Gold Finders Club or whatever, you know, the guys with the metal detectors. They go out and then they hold their little meetings like over at the swap meet market or some shit. And they sit at their little tables and talk about finding gold. And they show up with their little jars and little stickers on where it was from, what it is. He's got these pill bottles full of nuggets, dude. Some of them look as big as, well, bigger than a bolt. These are big. And he found them all out here somewhere. He said, I find everything down near Searchlight. And then he's got this other little pill bottle in the same picture where it's all full of flakes. From the, you know, it's about this tall, one of those little orange ones, just full of it. Like, fuck. That's a lot of money. Because gold's like what? 1,500 an ounce or some shit?
Sounds like we need to come up here for a week.
Uh-huh. You want to pay for some bike parts? Find some gold.
Yeah.
He told me he didn't start out with it at first, but he now owns a metal detector that's like about $3 grand. He says the good, you know, you can get a good one for under $1 grand, about $700 or $800, but you're gonna find stuff with it. It's gonna pay for itself in just a couple of trips out. And the higher end ones find the stuff easier. You know, he says the other ones might overpass some little things, but you're still gonna find stuff and pay it off. Uh-huh. He says he just takes his dog out and goes for hikes. They walk all around. They're just start sifting through the shit and find it. And he probably has a screen or some shit to get the flakes. Uh-huh.
I know what we need to do for we can bring the flags.
Yeah, huh.
Strap it up in the middle of the tank to our backs.
No shit, and come out here in the middle of nowhere. Uh-huh. Hell, I might have gold on the bike for all I know.
Yeah, we'll be fine. It's really disheartening.
I know. We're gonna spray wash it off.
Yeah.
Yeah, there may be little gold flakes on your tires right now. You just never know. Something I wanted to ask you about earlier. And I forgot. Level your bike out. Okay. When you were up by the trailer, just the angle you had, I couldn't see an ounce of oil in your window. But I see plenty of it there now. Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. Keep your eyes out for goggles. People were shedding them everywhere out here.
Really?
Yeah, because they couldn't see. Everyone, you go slow enough, you fogged them all up. You just couldn't see out here. I didn't even wear them. That's why I put them down here. They were hanging like that. And this was bashing like that. That's what ruined mine. Really?
Oh yeah. Then they start clogging up and start splashing.
Yep. Not good. I'll freeze when I take this off, aren't I? And then when you put your helmet back on, it's cold. Really? Yeah. I need to take the pads out.